I know.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Rosa's Pizzeria here in beautiful Prescott Valley, Arizona. The Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup on the air. James Poovey coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, it should be a fun night of Wranglers talk. We got a lot of special guests lined up tonight, and we're looking forward to a very fun show out here at Rosa's Pizzeria in Prescott Valley.
Oh, yeah, there's no shortage of star power here tonight. As you mentioned, James, Coach Moss is going to be here. We have a very special guest. The lovely Miss Lexe Niekamp is going to be here, representing the Northern Arizona Wranglers, the Mustangs dance team. Phenomenal group of talent right there. Ryan Wisnewski, speaking of talent, great wide receiver, rookie wide receiver for the Wranglers, having a bang up season so far. And we got last year's defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Jaquan Artis is back on defense.
He is back with the Northern Arizona Wranglers, and he is ready to wreak havoc this season for the team. And we're going to need him and everything else we can get this season to get over the hump right now. But we're going to be able to do so, and we're going to talk Wranglers football tonight. Look back a little bit at last week's game against the Duke City Gladiators, and then look forward to this Saturday night's contest against those Arizona Rattlers.
Oh, that's going to be a big one. It's always a big one when the Rattlers come up to Prescott Valley. And when we go to Phoenix, it's always a good one as well.
It always is indeed. Stay with us here on the Wranglers Roundup. We will return to Rosa's Pizzeria here in Prescott Valley, Arizona, and continue with more of the Wranglers Roundup right after this. Stay with us. More to come right here on the Wranglers YouTube channel right after these messages.
That's funny. Desert Schools changed their name.
Yeah, now it's Desert Financial.
Alice Cooper! Wait, what are you doing here?
I'm telling everyone, school's out.
For summer?
Forever.
Whoa! Whoa! Dude, put your card in.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When they're out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these maps, they don't lie. And faster speeds nationwide. Let's do it for the phone.
Yes.
We welcome you back here to Rosa's Pizzeria in beautiful Prescott Valley, Arizona. Another edition of the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup on the air. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. We are pleased now to be joined by the one and only Coach Les Moss joining us here on the program. Coach, this is your show. Thank you so much for coming on here with us. It's always a pleasure to talk Wranglers football with you. Obviously not the result we wanted on Saturday night, but just talk to us about the game. It was a battle, as they all have been this season, and unfortunately we came out on the short end of the stick, but some positive things to look forward to on the game.
Well, you know, it's never a positive thing when you lose. And, you know, the one thing, we really played hard. You know, and they did a good job of fighting through the adversity, and we had a chance. You know, we execute that great onside kick there at the end, down by 7, and unfortunately a ball popped off of our receivers' pads, and we had another interception. So we had a couple drop ball interceptions, and you know, we just we need to find some consistency offensively. You know, and that's you know, that's where we're at right now. So we're working hard to do that. You know, it seems to be a breakdown here, breakdown there. We put the ball on the ground a few times. This season, a few more than we did last year. So it's just, you know, finding consistency offensively. if we got to score points, and we're moving the ball, we're getting the ball in the red zone, but then we have a penalty and we back up, and then or we throw an interception or we have a fumble, or that's what's happened. So it's hard to win on the road in any professional sport. It's hard to win on the road, and we get to come home this week and play the Rattlers, and we're looking forward to getting home for sure.
Coach, what are some things you're going to work on with Garrett this week as far as the interceptions? He threw 3 more on Saturday against Duke City. What are some things you want to do to tighten up his accuracy?
Well, it's not, when the ball bounces off a receiver's hands, that's not,
that's not on him.
That's not on him. And when you have protection issues, 2 weeks ago against Arizona, we gave up 3 sacks. So it's the quarterback gets the blame, but it's not always on the quarterback. The quarterback gets all the praise, and it's not always the quarterback, when you're doing good. So, it's a process. And I think people forget that Caleb led the league in interceptions last year. You know what I mean? I mean, these guys, that this is their first experience in professional football. This is a very fast game, and there's a learning curve there. And that's what we're going through, and we'll be fine. We're tied for second in the conference. So we're going to get everybody's best shot. We won the championship last year.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So, we got a new team here, and we're sitting here at 5-4. We're fine. We just got to go out and play Wrangler ball. That's it.
Exactly right, Coach. And now that we've taken a look back a little bit at Duke City, and before we look ahead now to the Rattlers game this weekend, tell us about your Memorial Day. What did you do today? You were obviously in town here, and just break that down for us a little bit.
Well, very grateful for all the service members. I mean, obviously this is a special day, but
yes,
but we worked. During football season, there are no days.
There's
off.
no days.
So
off.
we worked, and then I went home and I shaved and I came over here. So
the life of a head coach, James.
The life of a coach. The whole staff.
Yeah, the whole
was in there
staff. Yes.
working.
Yes,
Hopefully
yes.
the players, took today and took care of themselves and got some rest and relaxation, got a lift in and things like that. But yeah, we worked. So.
Outside of the fight in the football team to come back from down 17 to almost tied up, as you mentioned, with the onside kick and the interception, what are some other positives that you drew from what happened in Rio Rancho?
It was a great learning experience for us. We were down by 17. We fought hard to get back into it, and we got back into it, and then we had another mishap. So all those are great experiences, and they're great learning experiences as long as those lessons are learned, and as long as we apply those lessons, and we will. Again, this is a young team, and we got everything ahead of us. Everybody's playing everybody. This is going to be a mad dash for the Final 4 playoff spots.
Yes,
or for the 4 playoff spots, because really everybody's in it. I mean, there's not one team that's not in it right now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So because we all play each other. So it's going to be really, really interesting.
It's
going
all
to
there
be
to be
lot of
had
fun.
still, Coach.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
It
really
absolutely is.
And we're looking forward to the challenge.
Absolutely right. How has it been having Jaquan back on the team? And tell us a little bit about how that came about and how he's been able to really – I can imagine he's the type of guy that just comes right back in to where he was previously.
Well, we're really happy to have Jaquan back, obviously, but it's unfortunate that he didn't make it up there in Edmonton. But he when it didn't happen, he wants to play ball, and so we're glad to have him back. And yeah, he jumped right in there and really played hard. Again, he's going to get reacclimated to everything. But he played a good game the other night. And, our defensive line played pretty good the other night for the most part. But, we just got to get back in the winning track.
And it won't be easy against the Arizona Rattlers. They're coming in on Saturday. We know what kind of a foe and what kind of a problem that they present. What do you see from them, Coach? We just saw them a few weeks ago down in downtown Phoenix.
We saw them 2 weeks ago, and we saw all of them 2 weeks ago. And we're looking forward to getting back out on the field against them. It's going to be a great challenge. They're a great team. They're healthy right now. Drew's playing lights out. Their defense played well. They made a lot of plays against us the last time we played. A lot of great plays. We had they had interceptions. They were making one-hand interceptions. I mean, they played lights out. But going into that game, we knew that they were going to play like that. And our guys had to experience that. Last year when we went down there, we had a young team and they had to experience that environment. And, that's a different environment. Now we'll get them up here this week. And we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the rematch.
We're looking forward to it as well, Coach. And thank you, as always, for coming on here and visiting with us. We appreciate it. Head Coach Les Moss joining us here on the program. Him and his Rattlers will go back to work this Saturday night against those Arizona Rattlers inside the Findlay Toyota Center. We'll have the call for you on the Indoor Football League digital network. That'll kick off at 6:05 local time. We'll be on the air probably about 5:30 p.m. Don't you imagine, Ed, on Saturday evening?
I would think so. For Wranglers Rattlers, absolutely.
Make sure and join us for that. Niekamp, when we return, stay with us. More to come right after this.
There's a little piece of magic in the heart of the Verde Valley, where adventure is encouraged. Whether you're whining and dining, rocking and rolling, or pushing and pulling, it's your adventure. Play however you choose.
Who's to say you don't have the skills to reach the top? Who's to say you don't have power?
This is how we do it. Run it up. This is how we do it for the top.
Who's to say you can't own the stage? Who's to say you can't put a team together? Who's to say who's best? The best ever? Or who will be in the future? And with this game-changing team to inspire us, who's to say what's possible for you? Pepsi, play to inspire.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When I'm out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these maps, they don't lie. And faster, speed nationwide. Let's do it for the phone.
If you're struggling to pay your energy bill or know someone who is, we're here to help. Find APS bill assistance programs to reduce your monthly payment or help pay down the bill. Short-term relief like crisis bill assistance can help during a rough patch, while our energy support program can reduce your bill every month. Explore all your assistance options and see if you qualify at aps.com/here to help.
We welcome you back here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup. It is selfie time here inside the Rosa's Pizzeria as we welcome you back to the Roundup. We're joined now by Mrs. Lexe Niekamp, the the Wranglers dance team coach. Ed just gave me the dirtiest look ever, Lexe. I am so sorry. There's too many R's in the syllables there, Ed. I apologize. Wranglers dance coach, Mustangs dance coach, I should say, Lexe Niekamp joining us here. How are you, Lexe? Thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm doing great.
It's always great to visit with you.
And my mama said, whenever you do the little tippity tap, you're upset. But
it's
I'm
kind of
good.
like when you say the full name, like when you get your full name.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
She says Edward Laverne Cole. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
I know it's coming now. That's right. That's right. Oh, my goodness. Well, how are you, Lexe? First of all, we talked about before we started here tonight. We never really get to see you on game days because we're busy up in the booth. You're busy from the time you pull up to the arena until the time you head out in the evening. How have you been?
Amazing. We've been blessed this year with such an amazing and committed and dedicated dance team. And I'm doing great. I mean, I feel like just the way that our game ops run and the way that our dance team has really leveled up has been absolutely amazing.
Lexi, walk us through, like, when you come to your first idea, oh my goodness, we've got to put together another Mustangs team for the season. What goes through your mind when you're trying to process and trying to figure out the level of talent and the young lady and the young ladies and the young man that you bring in for this team, because they are phenomenal?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is passion. And that's what this organization is all about, is finding that passion. And that's what it means to be a dancer. I think you can't have good dancers without passionate people filling those roles. And so you can teach dance and you can teach the technique all day long, but you can't teach the passion. And so that's the biggest thing that I think about when putting together auditions and how we're going to choose an amazing team.
It's really about the people and how they fit. Not only can they dance, but do they fit the mold of the entire thing, right?
Exactly. And I think that that's something that's really important, is there is no such thing as fitting a mold. I think that that's something that's important to say, is that as if you come as you are in your most authentic self and you're ready to work and you're ready to learn, then you're already who we want and what we're expecting.
And it's also about you have to find the right fit, Lexi, and it's about the culture, and whoever you bring in has got to be able to fit the culture of what Coach Moss and Mr. and Mrs. DePalma, what they're trying to build here with the Wranglers organization.
Exactly, 100%. And I think it's just all about community and making sure that we're supporting our community, we're supporting our fans, and we are here for the entertainment.
This is your third season as the Mustangs dance coach. What have you learned about yourself as a dance coach in those 2.5 seasons now, if you will?
I would just have to say the strength to keep going. I think it's been quite the whirlwind, going from literally 0 to 100, last place to first place the first 2 years. And then this has been the year of just embracing where we're at and embracing how amazing it has been to be champions and just be able to live in the moment. I think that that's been something that I've learned, is just being able to be there, be in the moment.
Lexi, how has your team made you a better coach?
Ooh, I would have to say the dedication and the commitment within the team and just the friendships that I've made have really helped to make me the best that I can be and bring the best version of myself to the table in order to just be the best support system I can for the team.
What are you looking forward to the most about this Saturday night's game against the Rattlers? It's always a big game. A lot of people come up the hill, as we say, from Phoenix for the game. It's always exciting. What are you looking forward to most?
Just the amount of people that are going to be in the arena. You just always know that it's going to be a fun-filled and jam-packed game. I think that it's time for our fans to see that, and it's time for all of our dance team to have that this year. I think it's really cool.
On a daily basis, how many different routines do you think up for game days? Because I'm sure you've got some stuff that you're gonna roll out, some very special stuff for this Rattlers game. What do you think up is? Because I know you've got a million ideas in your head, Lexi, on routines that you want to bust out for these games.
Yeah, so for sure, I think I think a lot about routines. I think that that's something that's really important. But we've been blessed this year with a lot of guest choreographers, and I'm really blessed with that, so that there's different aspects to the team and there's different dancers that are in different formations, because no great dancer has learned from one dance teacher, and I take pride in knowing that, and I take pride in helping other dancers to become the best versions of themselves as well. And so we have had some really amazing guest choreographers. Monique Dutton has been a good choreographer, and same thing with Brian. We've been jammed routines. I think that it's really important that we have extra choreographers helping out too, but I have 1,000,001 routines always ready.
Yes.
And it's just really important that I think that there's different aspects to every single routine that we bring to the table, but we're really excited to be launching some new routines for this game.
And how does that work? Tell me, is it a playbook type of thing? Let's say that you have a new idea. How do you communicate that out to your team, and then vice versa? If one of them has an idea and says, hey, coach, I was thinking, what about this? What about that? How does that all work?
Yeah, so I've actually given a lot of freedom to the team this year, and I think that that's something that's really cool. They've been able to choreograph some sidelines if they're interested in that, as well as even doing some of the routines. And so when they do have an idea, I'm someone that likes to write things down. So I will write things down in my notebook, and just the process is I go back to the basics of writing everything down, writing formations down, writing people's names down, but making sure that you're brain dumping because you can't keep it all up here and memorize all the routines as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's got to be challenging for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Lexe, outside of the Mustangs, you are so busy with all of your philanthropic endeavors and everything. We see you on Twitter so much. Miss World AZ, congratulations on everything, all these blessings that are coming your way. Tell everybody more about what you're doing outside of the Wranglers and, of course, your business as well.
Yeah, so I am the current business owner of Lessons by Lexe Dance Studio, which is a local dance studio here.
Great studio, by the way.
It is.
Thank
It's outstanding.
you. We just won Daily Courier's Reader's Choice for Best Dance Studio and Birthday Party event for the 5th year in a row. So we're really excited. I appreciate that. That dance studio has been open for 7 years now. And then I also own Quest Character Parties, which is a local character party company. I've owned that for 4 years now. And we dress up as superheroes and princesses and just attend events around town and just ignite hope in our younger generations and our older generations as well. And then I also am the current Miss Saguaro 2023 with the Miss Arizona organization. I've been involved in the Miss Arizona organization for 5 years now, and I am just so excited and blessed to be able to still compete in this organization. And my community service initiative is Arts in Action, applying remarkable talents to succeed, just keeping arts instilled in our communities and our schools.
Well, Lexe, you're so busy. I can't even imagine that. What do you do for fun when it's you time, when it's Lexe time, when you get time to yourself and you have a day off, which sounds like rarely
never happens?
What is that day going to be filled with?
Just self-care, and self-care in the sense of not what everyone would expect to be self-care. It's just journaling. It's being in the moment. It's taking a longer shower. It's going to Arizona. It's like little things that I really enjoy doing. I love Odyssey Aquarium. I love going to hang out with animals. I think that that's something that's really, it definitely is an outlet for me.
Okay.
And I also really enjoy the gym too. And so it'll be a longer workout, or it'll be just something that's different for me, and I can just make my own schedule. So I do make sure that there are self-care days because no one can pour from an empty cup ever. And so I think it's really important to be able to fuel my cup as well as be able to pour from that cup. So I do definitely schedule in days for self-care. And yes, I know I said schedule in. It does have to happen that way, and I'm okay with it.
Absolutely. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to do it.
Because we'll run ourselves ragged if we don't
so true.
stop and say, okay, look, I need to take 5 minutes just to do me for a couple of minutes.
And you have
knowing
to.
when to say no.
You have to. That's what it is. It's so easy to say yes, and hey, I'll help you with that, and hey, I'd love to do that with you. That sounds like a great idea. Let's talk about that sometime. But you got to sometimes put the brakes on and say, you know what, I'm going to have me time today or tomorrow or sometime, or I got to schedule it like you said, because otherwise it's not going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's just all about being intentional is the biggest thing.
Absolutely
intentional
right.
with your schedule and your whys and what you stand for. And if it aligns with your morals, then go for it. But just make sure, intentional is an alignment has been the words of the year.
Anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to here before we let you go for the evening and let you carry on with the rest of your Memorial Day?
I would just like to give a shout out to my dance team. I think that the Mustangs dance team, you guys are workers and you guys are just amazing in every aspect. I think something that's really important is we are so much more than just dancers. And a lot of people don't know that on the team. I think that they just think we're just dancers. And I think there is so much to our team and there's so much deepness to our team. And so I'm just proud of each and every one of you because it is one thing to be a pro team dancer, but it's one thing to be an absolute superhero that owns their powers. And that's who you guys are.
Can't ask for much more than that. High praise from the head coach right there, Ed.
That's right.
Lexe Niekamp, the Mustangs head dance coach, joining us here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup. Lexe, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to see you once again.
Thank you, sis.
We look forward to seeing you once again and catch her and the Mustangs on the field this Saturday night inside the Finley Toyota Center for the Wranglers and the Rattlers this Saturday night at the FTC. Stay with us. More to come next as we visit with wide receiver Ryan Wisnewski when we come back from the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. with buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tall every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When I'm out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile, look at these maps, they don't lie. And faster speeds nationwide. Let's do it for the phone.
If you're struggling to pay your energy bill or know someone who is, we're here to help. Find APS bill assistance programs to reduce your monthly payment or help pay down the bill. Short-term relief like crisis bill assistance can help during a rough patch, while our energy support program can reduce your bill every month. Explore all your assistance options and see if you qualify at aps.com/here to help.
We welcome you back inside Rosa's Pizzeria here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup. We are pleased to be joined now by wide receiver Mr. Ryan Wisnewski on the program here. Ryan, thank you so much for coming out and joining us here. How are you doing? And obviously, we lost 2 in a row, not the result we wanted, but a long way to go here in this season and a lot of things to build on.
Absolutely. I mean, feeling good. I mean, we did a lot of good stuff. A lot of some not good stuff that we got to clear up tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. But we got the players, got the guys. I mean, we just got to come together, put it all together, and we know what kind of team we got. So we know the outcome we expect, the outcome we need, and we're going to go work for it.
Ryan, you come in your first 8 games and played really well. JP's going to run some highlights, but my goodness, that 4 touchdown game. We're going to get to that one where you practically jumped over the boards on that touchdown catch. But how are you enjoying this indoor football league? I know it's different than outdoor football, everything being cut in half. How are you enjoying the indoor game?
It's been a lot of fun, a lot of learning, which has been nice having, Ramad, Glenn, Jeremy. Some of these guys have been doing it for at least a year. I know Ramad came in 3 games. But just picking stuff up from them, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, it's quicker, fast pace. Get to make a lot of plays.
What are the biggest things that they've taught you?
Just how to run the routes in here, because everything changes up just a little bit from outside, and just kind of picking up some of the cues from them, and just timing stuff. Because everything, like you guys have seen it, all this is timing. So learning from them, picking up just the little things, and trying to put it out on the field.
Now we're going to look at this play right here, Ryan. You go up and over the wall. Now, I've been waiting to ask you this ever since you scored that touchdown. You're running down there. It's probably got to be about the 15-yard line or so. And there's a moment in your head where you say, okay, I'm either going up for this thing or this thing's out of reach. Take me through that moment when you said, I think I'm going to have to go up and get it.
I mean, I was going to get it anyway.
Because Ed was getting ready to catch it up in the booth because we thought it was too high.
No, I saw the ball. I mean, ran a good route, broke him off, was waiting for it, saw it coming, and it was just at the right spot. Went up, got it, and try to make a play.
How was that landing? Well, it looked like it was kind of wide, like they kind of cleared a little space there for you, which maybe was good or bad. I don't know, Ed.
So when they cleared it out, all that's there, Ryan, is concrete. You in concrete, you're back in concrete.
I kind of rotated, so I landed straight on my elbow and on my side, and one of the guys tried to catch me, so they softened the blow a little bit, but it still came down pretty hard. I mean, it took me a while to get up because it's just bodies, chairs, so I got kind of trapped down there for a little bit.
Man, that was one of the most amazing receptions I have ever seen.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to this week? And you guys are getting back to work tomorrow officially and getting ready for the Rattlers. What are you going to try to do this week to get better yourself?
Same thing every week. I mean, for myself, just pushing myself, taking the cues from coach, taking the cues from everybody else, because we got a lot of smart receivers. So taking just pointers from here and there. I mean, things I don't know, things they don't know. So we're always bouncing things off each other. But I mean, we played a good Rattler team. We played them 2 weeks ago. We saw what can happen, and I mean, we're not gonna let that happen again. We're just stay on top of it. I mean, you saw it last game where we get down 17, and we fight back, but we're just a little short. We can't let it get that far away. Even though it's IFL, we know we can come back. We don't want to let it get that far out of reach. Not out of reach, but
out of hand early.
How does having a game, that kind of stings like that pretty recently, like you said, just 2 weeks ago between matchups, how much of that carries over to this Saturday night for that, kind of that revenge factor? Let's be honest about it. We've all competed on the gridiron before. You want to go out there and get some revenge on Saturday night.
Definitely do. But I mean, it's just focusing. For me, it's just focusing on going 1-0. I don't care who we're playing. It doesn't matter who we played before. It's all about going 1-0 every week and practicing hard and getting prepared for the next game. For me, it's never been. If we're playing the Patriots next week, I'm still training the same way I'm going to train.
I got you. Okay.
So just preparing every week to go 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like Patriots, Chiefs, Eagles. I don't care who it is.
Broncos, whoever. It doesn't matter. That's right.
Yep,
that's right.
So Ryan, talk about your relationship you and Garrett are building. Of course, you're both are rookies. You're figuring out this indoor game, and it's coming together. You guys are making some really nice connections. How's that relationship working with you and Garrett on and off the field?
On and off the field has been really good. I was just talking to someone over here. We golfed yesterday, so we got a really good relationship. And like I said, me picking up things from the other receivers is the same thing for him. He's picking up things from me, from Ahmad, and I'm picking up things from him that he's seeing. It's just communication, really, just focusing on getting a little bit better every single play, every single snap, game, practice, whatever it may be.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you mentioned Ramad and Gigi and Jeremy, 3 champion wide receivers. As you mentioned, I'm sure that really helps you out. Them going through the experience that we went through last year, winning the championship, going through those fires, going through the ups and downs of a championship season. That really helps you out in your rookie season.
It definitely does. It makes it a little bit easier just having that experience. I came from a school that we won a lot of games, so it's kind of the similar culture, trying to bring it my culture here and trying to grow with these guys who have won a championship last year and just kind of doing the same thing and just, like I said, getting better, growing from it. That's the biggest thing.
So we just learned that you like to golf a little bit. What else do you like to do for fun when you're not at football practice or getting ready for a game?
Golf, movies, playing video games a little bit, just trying to stay relaxed, especially before games, is not trying to play the game before the game.
Okay, all right.
So just trying to stay relaxed. Big movie guys. We watched Fast 10 last night too.
Okay, how was that?
It was really good. Another one's coming out, so.
I heard they're going to make at least 2 or 3 more.
Oh, they left room for another one, huh? Well, of course they would, right?
As long as there's young kids like Ryan that will go to see them, they're going to keep making them.
And who doesn't want another $20 million, right?
Exactly. Hey, so Ryan, what's in your AirPods, in your playlist as you're getting ready for games?
Everything. Depends on the mood. Sometimes if I'm feeling, really into the game, I'll play something a little bit more relaxing. If I'm feeling like I'm ready to go, then I turn it up a little bit. So
we need some artists. We need
who's your artist?
We might not go track titles and everything, but we need some artists at least.
No, I seriously switch it up. You go, you go Drake, and you go from to oldies. Like sometimes I listen to like Temptations or something. Like I'll go everywhere, just depending on my mood.
Okay,
like,
just whatever you're feeling.
Whatever's catching me.
Temptations, I like that.
Yeah, it'll go everywhere.
You listen to Temptations, the Whispers, the Gap Band,
all
those dudes,
all that good stuff.
Whatever hits in the moment.
I like that.
I like that. Absolutely. Ryan Wisnewski joining us here on the program. Thank you so much, pal. We appreciate your time as always, and look for him to ball out once again this Saturday night inside the Findlay Toyota Center. A 6:05 p.m. kickoff against those Arizona Rattlers. Stay with us. More to come next here as we get ready to visit with the return of Jaquan Artis, the IFL National Championship MVP, joins us here after the commercial break. Stay with us. More to come right here on the Roundup.
Obviously, we got termites.
Well, the first thing is, you gotta know what they're biting on.
Whoa, yeah.
This aged birchwood is perfect for the big ones this time of year.
Oh.
They gobble it up like a candy bar.
Nice.
What's going on?
What?
I told you to hire a pro.
I did get a pro.
An Orkin pro.
I got this.
Got termites? Don't call any pro. Call the Orkin Pro. With over 120 years of experience, nobody's better. Orkin, the best in pests.
You're still paying me for this.
Just relax.
Cut. We are clear.
Come on, Playmaker. Why you always got to be so awkward on camera? I would say you make me look bad, but we both know that is entirely impossible.
It was possible back in the day on the football field, that's for sure.
You got to be losing your mind. Somebody roll back these tapes, man. Can somebody get this man some water? He ain't feeling well. Please, somebody.
We'll all feel better when you stop all that trash talk.
Dog, are you serious? Look like you needed some real trash talk. See, this ain't trash. This is recycling, which means it goes in the recycling bin. Schooling you again, playmaker, as usual.
The only thing you ever schooled me on was how to get away with bad calls. That was embarrassing.
Not as embarrassing as you putting recyclables in the trash can.
When did we start talking about your touchdown dance? That was embarrassing.
Gone too far.
Like old days. Boy, you know I love you.
Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Prescott Valley, Arizona. Rosa's Pizzeria is the site of the Wranglers Roundup. James Poovey, Ed Cole, and yeah, you see that name in the middle.
Who is that man? Who is that guy?
Bring him on camera, JP.
Let's get him on here. There he is. He is back in Prescott Valley, number 9. I thought about it. I saw you back on the field. I said, I wonder if they just left that jersey hanging up in the rafters in there and waited for you to come back. We're glad to have you back, my friend. Tell us a little bit about your road back here. Obviously, you went up to Edmonton and things didn't work out there, but just tell us about that. That had to be exciting.
Yeah, it was. It was something different to see. And for that being my first experience, it was pretty cool, and I had fun, and I went out there and did what I did. Control what I control. And,
that's all you can do.
Things didn't go my way, so now it's like it was a lesson for me. So, when I get back to that level again, I know what to do different.
That fire is still burning, right, Jaquan?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
What'd you learn about yourself, Jaquan, in that whole experience up in Edmonton?
It just made me think. It made me take some time and see what I like. That'll be better for myself. Going in, different things to do like each and every day. So it made me, think more deep into myself, and it took that time. So, yeah.
And how did your experience and all the success you had last year with us winning the championship? You won all the awards, Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. How did all that prepare you and propel you into what you were going to do in the CFL?
Oh man, it was a lot. It was a lot of weight on my shoulder, I can probably say, because like doing all the things, it's an expectation that people like that expect, So going into that, and shoot, man, I just go out there and I don't think, I just play,
Well, that's why you're so good, Jaquan, is that
That's
you
it.
don't think a whole lot. And a lot of defensive players have to be that way. You got to react.
Right.
You got to react quickly. And sometimes you got to react before you even know how you're supposed to react on defense. And sometimes you got to guess, and maybe you guess right, maybe you guess wrong. But how have you been able to fit back in here in this brief, short time that you've been back with the team?
Coming in, so it's like a different team. But, we all have that same goal as usual. Everybody wants to be the top dog. Everybody wants to get to, number one seed and win championship and win rings and stuff like that. So
You remember that guy right there, number 2, DeQuan Neal, right from last season? Yeah.
Yeah, he probably know a little
That
bit
was
about
that
me.
was a little
Yeah,
bit of
he
a sack
does.
right there on the 3.
Oh my goodness. Jaquan, under Coach Simpson, it's only been one game, of course. You had six tackles, half a sack, and a quarterback hurry. So you're picking up with your numbers as far as production, even in one game. But how are you seeing Coach Simpson's defense being different than Coach Keefe's? Any similarities, any differences between the way Coach Simpson runs it now and Coach Keefe ran it last year?
Those two coaches, man, they're both are like fiery coaches. They so into it. So that I can see the semblance between both of those coaches, but it's pretty different, trying to learn like two different coaches and stuff.
Welcome
like
back,
that.
champ.
Welcome back, champ. That's right. Shane Utzler checking in with us here. How was it? What was it, Jaquan, about? Obviously, we won the national championship last season. That had a lot to do with it. But when the possibility of coming back here to this team came up or was on the table, or you got that phone call or got that email or got that text message, what was it that maybe made you smile and said, ooh, that might be fun again, kind of like you're smiling right now?
Oh yeah, the coaches, you're saying it was, so they reached out to me and stuff like that, and you always give it that thought, seeing those guys, from a couple of guys from last year and stuff like that. So coming back here, I know that was really a start of like.
Did you talk to any of those guys too?
Yeah,
did you hit them up and say, "Hey,
know.
what is this? Is this for real, or are you guys pulling my leg?"
So the team split up. So I mean, it was both sides was really trying to, pulling to get me there, what I'm saying? If things didn't work out. So I mean, it was a lot to think about, and
there we got Beef Fish checking in.
There's Beef Fish.
Oh yeah, it's Big Fish right there.
Yes, sir.
He is a big fish.
Jaquan, lining up with Theo and Armonte and Tremont, that's going to come as well. What was that like on Saturday, lining up with those big fellas and going to war and going to battle with those guys?
Oh man, it's always a time when you get lined up with those guys. Saying we all got the objective and we just go out there and do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? But hanging out with those guys and stuff like that during practice and feeling each other out, it's good, man.
Jaquan, I feel like I can ask you this question. How far can this team go? You were here last year. You saw what it took to take it all the way to the finish line. How far can this 2023 Wranglers team take this thing?
Oh, man, we're going to go pretty far. Each and every day we keep progressing and getting better each and every day. And, we're going into this game, this upcoming game. And, we said we got a lot of corrections and a lot of adjustments to make. And we see that we're going to see that in film. And, we got a group of young guys, just like we had last year.
Yep.
But, but it was different for me. So, because I just came in. So, it's more like we just got to know each other's game. So once we know each other's game and we feel each other out and we keep practicing and just keep bonding and doing chemistry, it's going to get chemistry and we're going to go far.
Absolutely.
Jaquan, I know you know this team very well that we're going to play on Saturday. We played them quite a few times last year, got them in the Western Conference Championship last year. Those Rattlers are coming up to town. I'm sure you're excited to go head up against those guys and try to get to number one and affect his game.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. They got to come here. Just come here to Prescott. It's going to be rowdy and they got to come here. So we got to defend the land and that's what we're going to do.
It's all about defending that home turf, Jaquan.
Yeah. Yes.
Final question for me: how often do you switch up your go-to move? I know how it is. You gotta, one night it's the rip, the next night it's the swim, the next night, I'm gonna bull rush this dude all night because I found a little soft spot there in the middle. How much do you check out? How much do you change up your go-to move?
So it's all a game, man. So you're going up against that guy. It's a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So you just feeling him out all game, and you just breaking down the little stuff, and what I'm saying, you just always have that move in the back of your head that's going to work for a big time.
How long does it take you usually to feel a guy out? Would you say about a quarter or so, and then all right, I got this, and this, I can work on this guy.
And then I'm a piggyback add on to that. Can you see in an offensive lineman's eyes when you got him?
Oh yeah. You always got to kind of intimidate your guy, and keep him on his toes. So what I'm saying, you just switch it up and never do the same thing twice.
It's so interesting. It's the ultimate team game, but then there's so many of those one-on-one battles going in there all night long that people don't even know about.
Yes.
And can't really even hear or see what's going on in there a lot of times.
And I'm just sitting there watching film from the Duke City game, and I'm seeing these moves that Jaquan's making on these offensive linemen, these swim moves and all these moves. I'm just like, this is unbelievable. Jaquan is back. It's like he never left.
I know. Just got a motor that will not quit.
Yes.
So good to see you again, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on here with us. Always great to see you. The IFL National Championship game MVP right here, Jaquan Artis, back on the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Look for him and the Wranglers this Saturday night inside the Findlay Toyota Center, a 6:05 p.m. kickoff as we welcome back those Arizona Rattlers one more time to the FTC. Stay with us. Ed and I will close out this edition of the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup when we return. We'll be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
You got a voice, Molly. Use it. Do it for the phone.
Let's do it for the phone. They do so much for you. When they're out there all alone, there's something we can do. T-Mobile!
If you're struggling to pay your energy bill or know someone who is, we're here to help. Find APS bill assistance programs to reduce your monthly payment or help pay down the bill. Short-term relief like crisis bill assistance can help during a rough patch, while our energy support program can reduce your bill every month. Explore all your assistance options and see if you qualify at aps.com/here to help.
We welcome you back here to the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup. James Poovey coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, we were going to give him this restaurant shot there before.
Give it to him.
We kind of
put us in the picture-in-picture.
Yeah, it jumped right back on us there. There we go. Now
there we are.
You can see everybody having a great time here at Rose's. Another great show, Ed. It was a fantastic time, and we had a lot of great guests on here with us tonight as well.
Yes, we did. Coach Moss, Miss Lexe Niekamp, lovely Lexe, Miss Niekamp came by to represent the Mustangs. Ryan Wisnewski, rising young wide receiver in this league.
Literally rising.
Yes.
Over the wall.
Yes, literally. It's not figuratively. It's literally what he can do. And of course, the reigning defensive player of the year, Jaquan Artis, came through. It's so good to have him back on defense with us.
It's great to have him back on the team, and he's going to do nothing but motivate this defense just to continue to get better, gel, and really get to that next level that we're looking towards.
Absolutely. And it brings another championship element, that championship experience that these young players on this Wranglers organization, that this team needs, somebody that's got that experience that Jaquan has.
Absolutely right. This Saturday night, we'll have the call for you once again inside the Findlay Toyota Center. It'll be the Wranglers and the Rattlers. 6:05 p.m. kickoff. We'll be on the air at 5:30 p.m., and we'll have a lot of fun stuff for you in the pregame show, Ed. We don't know exactly what that is yet, but I promise you we'll have it by Saturday night.
Yeah, we're scheming up some stuff for the pregame show. We'll have some stuff for you. We got stuff to talk about for a half an hour.
We're always scheming up stuff. Special thanks to our guest here tonight, Coach Les Moss, Miss Lexe Niekamp joining us, Ryan Wisnewski, and defensive lineman Jaquan Artis. Thanks again for joining us here. Once again, we appreciate your time and we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure and check us out Saturday night inside the Findlay Toyota Center as we welcome those Arizona Rattlers to town to battle for another Western Conference win. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, I'm James Poovey saying so long, have a great night, and we will talk to you again very soon. Go Wranglers.
Go Wranglers.